So great to be with you today. My voice is a little raspy. You'll have to forgive me, but I think I can get through this. Again, it's such a blessing to be with you today. Thank you for traveling down to Austin. How many of you came down this morning to Austin? Any of you from the Dallas area? Okay. Well, as you know, schools are shut down all over the Metroplex today. I've got 3 kids at home, Brady, Charlotte, and Landry, our 4-month-old. And they're all obviously happy today. They're off school. And every day when I take my son Brady, who's in 1st grade, to school, I always tell him before he gets out of the car, I say, Brady, be a leader today. Be a leader today. Every day without fail when I drop him off, I say, be a leader today. And this morning I was talking to him on the phone. He just got done eating breakfast. I think he slept in. He's probably out sledding now, but I was talking to him on the phone before I walked out onto the house floor this morning, and he said, Daddy, be a leader today. and so he's wise beyond his years, but it is so great to be with you today, to be with fellow freedom fighters. What a blessing. You know, on January 13th of this year, the day that we were sworn in, I had the immense blessing of putting into nomination for Speaker of the House my good friend Scott Turner. And I'll never forget that day. And although we lost that vote, and good people disagreed on that vote, one of the points that I made in my speech to all the members, Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, liberals from all across the state, one of the points that I made very clearly in my speech is that on the floor of the Texas House, it is not our voices that should be heard, but the voices of the people of Texas. And so often in this building, I like to say that whenever the legislature is in session, your life, your liberty, and your property are in jeopardy. And that's very true. But we are working very hard this session to ensure, specifically in the House, and I can guarantee you the Senate is doing this, but we are working very hard in the House to ensure that, like no other time before, that the voices of the people of Texas are heard loud and clear on the floor of the Texas House. There are a number of pieces of legislation that we know you're supporting that we're fighting vigorously to pass. Representative Bell's bill protecting marriage, Representative Krause's judicial bypass bill. There are a number of them that I hope that you will get behind and help us to pass. But it is past time for Texas to pass American law for American courts. As the primary author of House Bill 562, which I want to thank all of you for supporting, I want to encourage you to continue getting the word out about American law for American courts. There's a lot of misinformation on both sides of this issue. And oh, by the way, you should know there's a couple of other bills that have been filed out there that call themselves American law for American courts, but that are not. And so House Bill 562 is, of course, supported by great groups such as Eagle Forum and Concerned Women for America, other Act for America groups from across the country who have passed similar pieces of legislation. I see my good friend Tracy Bradford, such a warrior in the fight with us, and Kathy Adams, of course. I believe that we can and will pass this bill. I see Senator Donna Campbell in the back who's carrying this bill in the Senate. Donna, thank you so much. But look, it's simple. And here's what I would encourage you to tell legislators when you go talk about House Bill 562 and American law for American courts. This bill is designed to protect and to uphold our fundamental constitutional rights. And any foreign law which violates a fundamental constitutional right should have no place in a court of law in Texas. Now, some people will tell you that, well, is this really a problem? Is this a solution looking for a problem? If you've read the news lately, open the Dallas Morning News this morning. If you've read the news recently, you will find that there is starting to be an encroachment and a movement to chip away at the ability of judges to say no to certain foreign laws. And we want to codify that to ensure that there is no judge in Texas that should even think twice about violating the Texas or the United States Constitution. Our courts, our court system, and certainly our capital should be cathedrals for the Constitution. And at no point in time should any party or any judge seek to violate those laws. That's what it's about. It's simple. And if your representative or your senator has a problem with that, I'd encourage you to challenge them on it. And so thank you for your support. This is really about us thanking you. This is your house, not our house. And you're welcome here anytime. And I encourage you after today to come back, help us on these bills, help us pass these bills. We cannot do it without you. And so I implore you, I plead with you to stay in the fight with us. I heard a quote this past weekend. Pastor Jack Graham at Prestonwood said, and I memorized it instantly, and I haven't been able to lose it. It's just wonderful. It's a Woodrow Wilson quote. He said that it is better to temporarily fail at a cause that will ultimately succeed than to temporarily succeed at a cause that will ultimately fail. Our cause, our battle is already won. The battle is the Lord's, and the victory is already won. And so I want to encourage you to stay in the fight. Even when we lose minor battles here and there, stay in the fight because we will win. Thank you again. God bless.